That brings us to our Just for Fun segment, and keeping in the theme with Happy New Year. Our theme for this segment is what is each SEC coach's New Year's resolution? So Jesse, we'll start with you first, and we'll go through each coach, starting with Mississippi's Mike Leach. What is his New Year's resolution?
You know, for some reason, I just have this like thing in my head that Mike Leach eats like a lot of dried meats, like a pirate. And so I think he's going to try to get a little healthier and get a little green in his diet. Maybe start juicing.
So he's like jerky and stuff, and he's like, I need to do something else.
Dried meat.
You just see him like,
man, he's gonna do a pirate diet.
Yeah,
I need to do something else. Yeah.
Life is like, Mike, drink
juice. All right.
Like,
she's just tired of smelling turkey jerky all day.
Basically.
All right. All right. So what is Ole Miss coach's Lane Kiffin? What is his New Year's resolution?
Jesse, be nice. Be nice.
I think Lane is going to try to look at his budget a little bit more and try to cut down on some of his OnlyFans subscriptions.
Ooh. Stop. In the episode right there, we're done. We
don't even need to talk about the rest of them. That takes the cake.
Oh, good.
But that wasn't planned. This is literally the first time I've seen what coaches I have.
Yeah, but totally appropriate. All right, all right. Mizzou and Eli Drinkwitz. What is his New Year's resolution?
His New Year's resolution is to get out of the house more. I think he stays in like a library too much by himself, and so it's just get outside, get some fresh air a little bit more. You know, make some friends, maybe.
Maybe learn some vocabulary outside of cliches.
Oh, his might actually be just to cram in more cliches. He's like, oh God, I've used 100 already. Are there more?
Well, he's already given away the coffee table book. He's already given away that coffee table book of 10,000 coaching cliches, so he needs a new one. So
he's gonna and you guys don't know this, but on tampons, there's like encouraging quotes on the. He's just gonna start buying boxes of tampons and being like,
"Are you serious?
Make it through the day. You're strong." Yes.
So that's the thing. So you're saying they're like the tags on tea bags.
They're like the tags on tea bags, or like instead of the jokes on Laffy Taffy, it's kind of like that.
It's like the little Dove chocolates that have the little motivational sayings in them too. It's
exactly.
Like, you're a queen, go slay. Like it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Someone may not appreciate your soft heart, but you're golden or whatever. Yeah.
I don't even know where to go from here. All right, South Carolina and Shane Beamer or Will Muschamp.
I had to go with Muschamp. I still don't know a lot about old Shane, so I can't envision him. For Muschamp, I really feel like anger management is probably his thing, just to chill out, or maybe take a year off from the SEC. I think they need a break.
Just to focus on his emotional and spiritual well-being. So
self-care. He's like self-care 2021.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, and then finally, of course, Alabama, Nick Saban. What's his New Year's resolution?
To get his daughter off Twitter. Oh no!
It was pretty funny though. It was pretty funny.
It was hilarious, but she's also insane.
Right, that's
what
true.
Happened?
When there were rumors of Ohio State like wanting to postpone.
I do remember this.
Yeah, she went in on them and then like had to issue an apology. Just kidding, guys.
But she wasn't wrong though. That's the funniest part.
She wasn't wrong. She graduated my year. She's a little groovy. Nick Saban probably just spend more time with Miss Terry. He's just lovely. There's not much I would think he needs to fix.
Not to grow a soul.
Just maybe just stay in shape, coach for 10 more years, do whatever he needs to do to never leave us.
Well, we've already established he's just gonna get another hip replacement.
No, he's gonna keep getting. Yeah, he's gonna keep getting metal body parts, and it'll be fine.
No, he's gonna have to retire at some point.
No, he doesn't.
He's
Eventually-
not immortal, even though he is the
He's
devil.
not immortal.
Eventually, he's just gonna come out on the field like, my name is Nick Saban, and you know.
I'm cool with that.
As long as he coaches with the same intensity, who cares what he sounds like, right? That'd be weird having a robot yell at you. Anyway, all right, Matt and Arkansas's head coach Sam Pittman. What is his New Year's resolution?
I always, for some reason, whenever I think of Sam Pittman, I automatically think of like a pit boss, like a barbecue guy. And I think probably like what Jesse was saying about Mike Leach, he's going to try and be a little bit healthier with what he eats this year. More leafy greens, more salads, a little less protein in the diet, that kind of thing. Yeah. Now, I don't think you're going to ever hear Sam Pittman say, "Yes, sir," to a juicer. I don't think that's happening.
Can't wait to see like
Imagine him juicing celery and be like, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, like some waitress sets a giant salad down in front of him. Yes, sir.
He's got two little flags he's waving when he sees it.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
He annoyed. Listen, Sam Pittman annoyed the ever living poop out of me when he was at Georgia with his little flags and like, "Yes, sir." Now he's at Arkansas, and I absolutely love him.
You know, there's just some kind of energy
Different
about him.
time, different place.
It's hard to dislike the guy with the energy that he's got. So
exactly.
All right, Auburn and their new coach Brian Harsin or Gus Malzahn.
I'm gonna have to go with Gus because I know him a little bit better. I think Gus is gonna make the resolution to spend a little bit more time, outside. I feel like he spent a lot of time kind of huddled up in his house, probably looking at game film, trying to figure out where the dream went awry. And so I feel like he's going to spend a little bit more time outside, enjoying this, the sunlight and nature, and maybe take up backpacking. Gus seems like the kind of guy that might like some backpacking. So yeah, I think that's what Gus is going to do.
In an RV or an Airbnb cabin.
Yeah.
Oh,
let's see. Seems like the type of guy who would carve out build his own shuffleboard thing in the backyard.
Yes. So. Yeah, I bet Gus is into woodworking. He seems the type.
He's got a cheese smoker. He's just like, "I've aged this cheddar."
Yeah, it's like it's been in my basement for 3 years.
Which don't get me wrong, that's a goal of mine. I want a cheese smoker, an ager. Don't get me wrong. Just saying.
We all have our goals. All right, Florida, Dan Mullen.
You got the edit button ready there, Wes?
I don't really know how to do that on video, but I'm sure I could figure it out. I don't know.
Okay, I won't say what I'm going to say. I'll tell you what I was going to say a little later. For Dan Mullen, it would probably be less combative, maybe be a little bit more, open to different ideas and different viewpoints, and generally just be a little bit better of a human. Watch more Star Wars is probably another resolution he has. Probably try to figure out a way to not let your fantastically talented quarterback look like absolute garbage in a bowl game. Things like that.
Get on Talkspace.
Yeah. He would do well to remember Qui-Gon's "Your focus determines your reality."
Yes,
and
yes, he would.
That
was a deep cut, Wes.
And also not to run around saying, "You underestimate my power." So, all right, Tennessee and Jeremy Pruitt.
2 big resolutions. 1, don't get fired. 2, no big recruitment violations. That would probably be what Jeremy needs, because we all know that
they are
things on Rocky Top are not good, because going forward, things are going to get really, really iffy very quickly.
Yeah. It's not
also eat more asparagus.
Oh, right.
Learn more vegetable names.
What's that?
Yeah. I think that should be his goal. It's not just asparagus, but learn new veggies.
Take a culinary class.
Yeah. All right. I had A&M's Jimbo Fisher. I think his resolution would be to figure out what's going on. And I just mean like in general. Because if you know Jimbo, he's usually on the sidelines. It looks like he's just been, like the deer in the headlights, like, like this. And so he just looks like he just in general doesn't really know what's going on. And if you look at the history of his players' behavior, that's also the case. So anyway,
Also,
I think
to get over his fear of Gatorade.
yes, that would be another one. Then Vanderbilt and Clark Lee, I'm actually going to go with him. And I think his resolution should be to just win a football game. You know,
all you got to do is do one.
If he just gets one, he's already done better than his predecessor. So, you know, that's a goal. Kentucky's Mark Stoops, well, in light of recent events, to find a quarterback and an offensive identity. I think that's going to be a key for him moving forward. LSU's and drink more bourbon. And if he doesn't find a quarterback, maybe lots more bourbon. So, and LSU's Ed Orgeron, maybe post more selfies with women in bed. I don't know.
Woo! Got him.
I mean,
yes, sir.
I mean, come on. You know, he's an adult. He's single now. He can make his own choices.
Hopefully they are too.
Well, I think she was.
Buy their own drinks.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
And also, I couldn't think of anything else. You know, let's be honest. LSU's had a rough season. They went from 2 years ago, the highest of highs, to almost basically what would be considered the lowest of lows. And maybe he's just looking for a happy medium this next year, maybe. And then finally, you guys will like this one. Georgia and Kirby Smart. His is to not lose another 5-star quarterback. So with JT Daniels announcing that he's coming back, and we got Brock Vandegrift, a 5-star quarterback, coming in next year. Hopefully we can manage our quarterbacks well, so everyone's happy. I think it's possible. And I think if, let's assume that JT knows the offense better and does better. I think that would be an easier solution to keep them both around, because I think Vandegrift would be more likely to stick around being his first year. Whereas if he happens to beat out JT, he might be like, peace out. So, so we'll see how that goes. So anyways, I think that would be a good one. We need all the help we can get at quarterback. And historically, that's been a little bit of a rough patch for us at Georgia. So